Hey, welcome back everybody. This is Mike Brenner coming to you with the Brenner Blast Friday, December 7th, a beautiful Friday morning here in Costa Rica as we creep closer and closer to Feliz Navidad. That's right, guys. Santa Claus is coming to town this year, but it's going to be the bookie that's going to be paying the way. All right, we got off of the schneid last night. We finally got it done. Had a 2-0 night in the picks and also had a very sharp pick in the private pick. So I knew we would grind through this thing, but you know what? Today's another day. We don't gloat when we win. We own it when we lose, and we sharpen that pencil when we need to. First and foremost, my hat is off, and I thank you from my heart to each and every one of the viewers and everybody that was posting the comments. That, you know what? I can't thank you enough, because you guys understand this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. This is a daily grind, but by God, you got to stay positive. There's no quit, and we don't panic. We do not hit that panic button no matter what. But we know what? We picked some sharp spots last night. We got it done, and that's the production that you need. Thank you so much, though, for all the comments. Thank you for hitting that like button and subscribing to the Brenner Blast. By God, we're just trying to pay it forward, so please tell a friend about the Brenner Blast as well. All right, guys, there's a ton of action coming on this weekend in basketball. No football. We've got the, we got NFL Sunday, which is loaded. I'm talking about Saturday. We got the Army-Navy game. My father used to take me and my brother there every year in Philadelphia when we were little. I used to love that. That was a special time. Thank you, Dad. All right, guys, let's get into it, though. Make sure you're staying focused today. Not a lot on slate. College basketball is limited, and NBA is pretty limited as well, but I see some sharp spots. We're going to take advantage of it. We moved the NBA record up to 88-71. So for the haters and the naysayers, by God, guys, I went through a slump, but I'll take 88-71 over the bookie any day of the week in NBA basketball. All right, we're picking up some steam. We're going to get it done in NFL playoffs, baby. My playoffs start this coming weekend, and I'm not exaggerating. I say it every single year. And last year during the regular playoffs, went on that run, guys, 27-5, 32 picks. You can't make it up. Every bit of it is documented. I expect a very, very similar performance this year. But this year in NFL, there's some spots. This Sunday in NFL, there's a couple spots that are sticking their head out. One of them's very under the radar, and I think it's going to be a big ticket casher. Make sure you stay tuned for that, and make sure you stay tuned for the bowl preview as well. All right, let's get into it, guys. College basketball, I've got one pick tonight. Arizona State at home taking on St. John's. Two former players. I really like both of these players. Bobby Hurley is the coach of Arizona State. He's got the Sun Devils ranked number 17 in the country right now. The team's shooting 53% from the field. That's 5 in the nation. That's getting it done. They thrive and they play on emotion and momentum. That was the same kind of player that Bobby Hurley was back in his Duke days. But he's going up against the St. John's team who's playing very good ball. They're 8-1. Coach Chris Mullin, that's right, Chris Mullin from the Golden State Warriors back in the day, and the St. John Red Storm from back in the day as well in his college days. They're 8-1, but you know what? They struggled last time out against Grand Canyon, squeaked it out 68-60. They're led right now from Marvin Clark II. He's that transfer they got from Michigan State. The kid's pretty sharp, and Coach Chris Mullin said he's pretty much the leader of this team. But Arizona State is thriving on emotion and momentum right now. They're ranked number 17. They're at home. They're undefeated. We're pulling that trigger, baby, with Arizona State on the full game, minus 5.5. Oh, I love that spot. That's going to be a great game to watch as well. All right, speaking of great games to watch, get off the subject. How about that Atlanta game last night against New Orleans? Man, I'm telling you, I just had to stay off that and enjoy it as a fan, and I'm glad that I did. But one hell of a game, though. That's going to be a race to the finish. All right, that was college basketball. Arizona State on the full game, minus 5.5, guys. Make sure you get that in. Now, NBA, again, 88-71. Let's move that record up. 3 spots tonight, and I like each and every one of them. Let's get started. Milwaukee Bucks at home against Dallas. All right, Milwaukee's won 4 of 5. Dallas has now lost 3 out of their last 5. They're banged up. They're constantly dealing with injuries. Dennis Smith Jr., Devin Harris, these guys are banged up. Milwaukee, on the other hand, is pretty healthy. They're still waiting for Jabari Parker. Wait till that kid gets back after All-Star break. That team might be real dangerous and cashing tickets in the second half. But right now, this is called a revenge game. Somebody going to pay for that that shit because in Dallas, all right, on December 18th, Milwaukee got shellacked 111-79, had their asses handed to them, for crying out loud. Trust me, that's in their minds, and Coach Jason Kidd is letting Milwaukee's players know, hey, remember last time, right? Well, I like two spots here, and there's a reason for both. I like the first quarter with Milwaukee -1.5, and we're pulling that trigger on the full game with the Milwaukee Bucks -6.5. That's right, they're going to let it out in the first quarter. Then towards the end, I think they're going to wear down Dallas. And also, we've got Cleveland, guys, at Indiana, all right? There's no comparison in my mind, in my eyes, or whatever, of these two teams, all right? Indiana, Oladapo, Sabonis has really slacked off. The team looked average last time out. Matter of fact, didn't even cash for us. It was one of those games they wish they could have back, but I don't think they're deep enough. Miles Turner's banged up. You know, they've never filled that Paul George void. I really don't think they'd have. Cleveland, on the other hand, quietly won 13 in a row, going for 14. You know, the greatest player that's ever played, I don't care, besides Julius Erving is my second pick, but the greatest player to ever play the game, LeBron James, has that look in his eyes, and when that happens, guys, forget about it. It's dangerous. And then Kyle Korver said, I have never, ever saw anybody take over a game like this guy. Hell, he called off the coach last game and said, no, I've got the play. We're going to go with the old Chicago. It's called a Chicago play, and that meant that LeBron James was going to take the ball. He was going to control the play, and they were going to win the game. And he told his guys, we're going to win this game. I'm not exaggerating. Kyle Korver was blown away. Coach Lou just stepped back in the huddle and let Coach LeBron James take over like he's done so often. I love this early. I think, I'm telling you, Indiana's going to try too hard. Too hard. They know who they're going against, and when you press too hard, sometimes that bounces back and bites you in the ass. I love it. First half, pulling that trigger, baby, with the Cleveland Cavaliers on the first half, -2. All right, guys, that's what we've got. Again, let's review it. College basketball, we got Arizona State, Coach Bobby Hurley's team on the full game, -5.5, and we're jumping down to Milwaukee Bucks. We're pulling that trigger in the first quarter, -1.5, and also on the full game, -6 or 6.5. And then we're ending it up with our third of the NBA picks. First half with the Cleveland Cavaliers, -2, playing at Indiana. All right, guys, get ready. It's going to be an awesome weekend. NFL Sunday, I can tell you right now, the steam is getting ready to start pouring. So let's get it done. Let's stay focused. But in the meantime, guys, it's holidays. It's the weekend. Spend that quality time with your family, because family's first on this team. That will never change, and that should always be priority. Top priority. Don't get all wrapped up in your accounts. Saturday's going to be a nice mellow day. There's nothing going on. So that's the day you really need to spend with the family and gear up for Sunday. But in the meantime, make sure you bet responsible, beat that bookie, and build that bank back up with Brenner as we get back on top in the NBA. Guys, thank you for all your support. Hit that like button once again. Share it, the link with a friend. Let them know about the Brenner Blast, because by God, no quit on this team. No negativity allowed. And again, for the haters though, you know what? I've been there, guys. I understand it. I hope you come around, and I hope you just quit hating in life, because you know what? You're only wasting your own time when you're hating in life and you've got, you know, all these grudges. It only hurts you. It eats up your lunch, nobody else's. So let it go, man. Let it go, okay? I'm not forcing you to bet on these picks or even to watch these videos, but we have fun, we pay it forward, and by God, we come out on top a hell of a lot more than we don't. So let's continue. Let's knock it out of the park. This is the Brenner Blast, and we're coming to you, baby, from Costa Rica.